Hey there, Gold Makers. This is Reckles with WTBGold, and I am here today to answer a question I got from one of my subscribers about the recent video series on the Legion artifacts, the artifact weapons. He was saying that he subscribed to me not for WoW news. Like, he goes other places for that. He subscribes to WTBGold for gold making advice. So, like, why did I put out this series? Well, I wanted to answer that because I actually, sure, I put it out because I'm hyped about the artifacts, and I'm excited, and let's all geek out about them a little bit, but also so y'all can make informed gold making decisions coming up into the new expansion. So what do I mean by that? Well, in a previous video, I talked about how with the wardrobe coming up, we're going to have a big demand increase in transmog, right? So with these being introduced, we have a lot more specific information where, just imagine a world where you know the exact weapons that everyone's going to be using. Even if you can't make exact decisions, you can at least see some really important trends. And there are three basic types of trends where some transmog sets will rise in value. The demand for some weapons are going to just absolutely plummet. And on that, I just want to note that I don't think the demand for all weapons are going to plummet, and we're going to talk about that. And also, there's going to be a shift in the value of colors. Now, that last one may sound a little weird, and so I'll talk about it first. Right now, armor has kind of a red tax on it when it comes to transmog. So, this is why the Zul'Farrak guide I put out was so popular, because it worked, because people went out there and farmed some transmog and were like, holy crap, this stuff actually sells for 400 gold just because it's red. Literally no other reason other than it's red, and red looks awesome. Well, looking through the artifact weapons, we can see that they followed a basic trend. Each artifact has 5 different models, and then each model has 4 different colors. And in general, this is a huge generalization, but in general, you have green, purple, red, and then another color, usually blue or yellow, sometimes white, sometimes another shade of purple or green. But generally, green, purple, red, blue. Those are the colors of the next expansion. So while red's still going to be around because the red artifacts just look awesome, we're going to start to see the rise of the green tax and the purple tax, where transmog items like the Lunarian shoulder pieces suddenly get a lot more expensive because there's a lot more demand for just green sets. Now, getting into specifics, the Arcane Mage wasn't so lucky. Its artifact, the Alunith Great Staff of the Magna, only really comes in purple. So if you are planning on selling to mages, or you have an Arcane Mage friend, let them know that you have the Dreadmist raiment available, or the Sorcerer's Regalia, or the Magister's set. All these are available to purchase with Darkmoon Faire tickets from the replica vendor in Darkmoon Faire. Now, if you remember back in Mist of Pandaria, everyone had the legendary cloak, and it was a really good feeling whenever you finally completed that quest. Well, that did something really interesting to the market, where only 6% of people transmog their capes. Well, here we can actually transmog 2 our weapons, and one class that I do think is going to change the appearance of their weapons is the Paladin, because the Protection Paladin sword is dumb. Don't get me wrong, Ashbringer is awesome. All the models for the Ashbringer are amazing. The Silver Hand is great. But the Oathseeker actually only comes in 1 model and 20 different colors. And the Truth Guard, while it has great models, doesn't really have any panache, any fun colors to play around with. So you might see people transmogging their shield too. Warriors, however, got an awesome shield, so I don't expect to see warriors transmogging their shield away, at least not initially. But Fury Warriors, let's talk about Fury. The quest to get Odin's Fury and Helena's Wrath is amazing and really embodies the Fury Warrior mentality. But the actual weapon models themselves really don't. Like when you pick Fury Warrior as your main class, you're doing it because clearly you have the biggest penis of anyone on your server, because obviously, look at how big my swords are, right? These weapons just aren't big enough. I want to wield something huge and intimidating. I don't want to be reminded of how tiny my sword is for the entire expansion. But moving on, the videos themselves were actually kind of an experiment. They were a study. You guys viewed each video at about the same rate, but there were a few outliers, a few exceptions. For instance, Shaman. Way more views for the Shaman video than the others. This shows me that people are excited about the Doom Hammer, and they'll probably be using it. So you might want to hold off on farming up some specific Shaman-themed transmog weapons for at least a patch or two. And next was Hunter, and this I actually have a question because I think my Hunter is level 18 or something stupid. Hunter had a lot of views on its video. Now I know there are a lot of Hunters out there, but what was it that excited y'all about the Hunter artifact? Was it Thasdara, the new bow for marksmanship? Or did you want to see the gun? Like, what was it? And then there were a few videos that underperformed the competition. These specifically were the DK, the Warrior, and the Warlock. So this shows me just initially that those three classes aren't going to be afraid to transmog away from the weapons. Although the DK has a really cool storyline and their models look really awesome, so I don't think... Maybe DKs are tired of looking like Arthas. I don't know. But then there's the big daddy of them all. More initial views in the first 12 hours than all three of those classes combined, and that's the Druid. So people are pumped for the customized cat form and the customized bear form. What this means is, first of all, that the new cat form is awesome. Props to Blizzard, y'all did great with that. What this means to gold makers is that items that are traditionally feral druid transmogs, like the Witch Hunter Harvester, don't bother making any more of those. Like, people are going to be perfectly happy with whatever they have coming into Legion. But that's my summary of my takeaways. If y'all have anything that you took away that's different, or any item or armor sets that you would recommend, let's build this community and help each other out. Put them in the comments below, or in the comments of the specific video, so we can really help each other make gold together. Other than that, have a great day. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and remember to search, craft, post every day.